What other surprise do we have for Saturday?
A lot of pain.
Wow, just like that, dry.
In what should be an incredible rematch for the World Boxing Association, World Boxing Council, and World Boxing Organization heavyweight titles, Oleksandr Usyk and Tyson Fury will square off in 3 days inside the Kingdom Arena in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. As is customary, both heavyweight boxers work out publicly for fans and the media prior to the fight, but on the day of the media workout, boxing fans were taken aback by the Gypsy King because his workout was his provocative act. Yes, here's another thing I wanted to ask you, are we going to change your clean-shaven appearance for Saturday, or did the former boxing champion lace up his gloves and boots and act like he was going to shadow box when he charged towards his trainer? Fury attended the Usyk vs Fury 2 open workouts, but he didn't do anything moron damage. Fury lifted his hand as he circled the ring, bowed to the audience, and then went back to his trainer to take off his gloves. Perhaps Fury is only thinking about his next fight, or perhaps he is just being Fury. For example, in his May Open workout for Fury vs Usyk, he shadow boxed and hit the MS for almost 20 minutes. One listen, a higher half memory, yeah, the first fight was Tyson Fury, and Fury didn't throw a punch at tonight's open workouts in Riyadh ahead of Saturday's rematch with instead, world heavyweight champion Oleksandr Usyk mouthed the words pain and damage several times before vanishing. However, trying to extrapolate too much from Fury or, in fact, these promotional workouts is essentially useless. Usyk then made an appearance on a boat with a Titanic team, who provided the soundtrack for his entrance. He was a little more animated during his workout, and when asked about Fury's performance, he replied, "Okay, in the past now, I'm not more aggressive." Sugar, Fury's trainer The Hill when asked, Stewart laughed, saying, "It was a little workout, we gave it our best." The steward emphasized how little everyone involved cares about this aspect of the promotional obligations. Along with me, Tyson Fury is simply ready right now. He's always been goofy and playful, but this is a different side of him. He's just 100% ready. I attempted to get a boxer to weigh a specific amount, I just want him to weigh whatever helps him perform. When talking about how prepared they are for a big battle, coaches and fighters seldom go below 100%, occasionally, they go as high as 110% or even 1,000,000%, but again, there isn't much to read here. When Stewart stated that the Tyson corner would only include himself, Andy Lee, and the cutman during the points Fury lost against Usyk in May, he essentially verified the long-presumed absence of Fury's father. Being inundated with advice, but never used as a justification, it would seem that if the cutman isn't John Fury, the Englishman has taken precautions to prevent such chaos from happening again. That's that easy for me. Heavyweights don't have weight limits, so other weight divisions must remain comfortable and train. When asked what would be different from the 13th round, Fury replied, "I'm going to knock him out as promised," and Spruce, dressed in a fitted purple suit with a dramatic white sash, said, "It's in God's hands, but I think I win again." Relatively few followers of either fighter were in a sprinkling of a crowd. We shall see whether many more reach the track from both sides of Europe later in this Christmas week. The constant mantra for this fight is Samson, a lot of hurt. Fury has stated that he has rewatched their first fight 100 times and will be making some changes in an attempt to give Usyk his first loss of his career in their Riyadh showdown. "The weekend was painful. It was easy for me, and you can get complacent. I don't think the showboating cost me the fight, but I need to be more focused this time and not do as much but knock out. No difficulty, no easy work really," Fury said via GB News. Fury has maintained that he was the winner of the first fight and says he wasn't focused on anything. "He's not Oleksandr, easy. My name is Oleksandr. How are you going to be?" In their rematch on Saturday, Tony Bellew thinks Oleksandr Usyk will win every round if Tyson Fury decides to push the action. The first time the two faced off, Usyk surprised everyone by outclassing Fury, who was expected to use his size and weight advantage to overwhelm the smaller Ukrainian. In the 8th round, Usyk hurt Fury severely and nearly forced a halt before to the bell, saving the Englishman. "He didn't know, but what he's gone through in his personal life is so close that I can't even bear to think about it, so yes, my thoughts and wishes are with him and his family." However, Bellew, the best, lost by technical knockout in Usyk's final fight at cruiserweight in 2018, and he believes that if Usyk employs similar tactics in the rematch, they won't affect Fury in the same way. "I think Usyk will win the first time, but I never in a million years thought he would win the way he did. I never thought he could push him back like that. Do I think he can do it in the rematch? If he decides to push him back again in the rematch, he won't catch Tyson Fury off guard because he completely caught him off guard the first time. I have no idea what happens in the rematch. Bellew told Boxing Scene. Possess the ability to be that finest man when on the night, and I'll say it again, I simply don't think I can look beyond Oleksandr. Fury has been outspoken about how he plans to change things up for the rematch since he feels he can't trust the judges and has to push for a knockout. Bell believes that if Fury's claims are accurate, there is only one possible outcome to the fight. If Usyk loses, he wins every single round. Bell also stated that he is the toughest man in the world to hit. If you allow Oleksandr Usyk to get away with it and you keep pressing him all night, you're in danger and won't be able to catch him. Thank you, everyone, and best of luck. You'll see why I decided to box him. Pursuing him is the worst thing you could do, machine. Bellew mentioned the Murat Gas bout, pointing out that Usyk almost shut off the feared power-punching Gev, who failed to hit anything of substance. If I'm being completely honest, when you have advantages like that, you shouldn't lose. However, if someone were to defeat Tyson Fury, it was clearly going to be Oleksandr. Perhaps we'll see a new referee, but I assume there is one. Kevin Lerena, Tyson Fury's sparring partner, thinks that Fury is more powerful and explosive than Oleksandr Usyk, whom he will face again on Saturday in Riyadh. Lerena was one of Fury's sparring partners for his initial camp for Usyk, which was postponed until May due to a cut he sustained. Fury then assisted Fury in preparing a rematch for Usyk again. Saudi Arabia in a rematch for the World Boxing Association, World Boxing Organization and World Boxing Council heavyweight titles after they competed an exciting contest back in May. In his most recent training camp in Malta, Tyson Fury has been vocal about his intention to adapt for their rematch and plans to knock Usyk out. Lerena has noticed noticeable physical changes since he sparred Fury for the originally scheduled date, and he's stronger than he was in the first place. Fury knows what he does best, he knows where he's very good, and he obviously knows where he's vulnerable. I can tell you about the camp. Lerena described a boxing match. All I'm going to say is that he feels stronger and more explosive. Yes, it's a boxing match, but if you're stronger and more explosive, you're taking in a little bit more ammunition and artillery. For all the differences Lerena has noticed in Fury's physicality, but the South African hasn't noticed any change in his mentality, so it's up to him to make those men. He was doing really well in the first fight, which was a very close fight. Many people were quick to comment on Tyson's round back then, but now there's no difference. He's just as hungry as Lerena said. He's working hard, he's an incredible fighter. He has a great boxing IQ, and I think Tyson Fury's Fury. You have to consider the fact that the previous bout was so close that he didn't do anything wrong during training and was winning until he got. He's working hard in camp, looking good and explosive, and I'm just excited for the second fight. I can't give you any kind of game plans or what he's doing in the sparring, but I can tell you that if you're not on your game, you're in a heap. If he's the Gypsy King, who has been in there many times and knows his way around. He was probably caught in the 9th round, which swung it away. The first fight was so close that you don't want to change much. The ring, but you have to consider all the other rounds where TS Fury was doing really well. Oleksandr Usyk is a super talented fighter who is currently among the best in the world. I believe Tyson's focus is the key because he can fight going forward, fight going back, box, and move in any way he wants to. I don't want to give too much away, but if you're not on your AME, you're going to have a lot on your plate. Fury has spoken of how he has kept himself away during his training camp and of how he has not spoken to his wife Paris for over 3 months. However, Lerena disclosed that he has been in high spirits while at camp. May I ask you a question? What is your age? I hope to see you all on Saturday night. Thank you very much. He's always a pleasure to be around. I laughed. Lerena, he works extremely hard during our training sessions, which is obviously very serious. I'm a hard worker myself, which is why I'm in camp. I'm here to push him to even greater heights. However, he's in a good place, happy, and clearly enjoying his training, as you can see on his social media, and I believe that a dangerous man is one who enjoys himself. You defeat him at what he does, and if you support him, the BR kind of tries to support him. There were times when AJ considered backing him up and striking him in the body. Martin Bull has plummeted us to his body, and while he is extremely vulnerable, how he got there is a different matter. Throughout his career, Fury has engaged in several fights with 3 opponents. Deontay Wilder, Derek Chisora, and John McDermott each gave Fury stoppage victories. Larina thinks it will be revealing. The fact that he said, "We know Tyson Fury comes back and he knows what to do in his rematches," there's proof in the pudding and the boxing records show that, and I just think that I know the first fight was so close and Tyson was doing extremely well, so there's no reason why he can't beat him in the rematch. He now knows what he has to do. However, he added, "I genuinely believe Tyson beats him."